I am holding up newspapers here. Look at these newspapers. These newspapers have reams and reams. Of course, I have rebutted some of this commentary in my own piece. But all of them are saying the same thing. That you want an opposition mukt election, you want to shove everybody into jail like Putin does. Of course, he sends them much further. But this is what you're doing. This is what you're doing, and this is wrong. And, you know, look at this. We have become not just an electoral autocracy, but we are worse. Everything that VDEM says about us is true. Can you now come out and allay those fears? Sanju Verma. Yes.
Rahul, first and foremost, thank you for that exceedingly comprehensive introduction, which has laid down the tenor of the debate. I'll start with a few points very quickly. First and foremost, let me take the last bit first. VDEM. VDEM says that, democracy is under threat in India. This is the same VDEM which for the last 2 years has been saying that Finland is one of the happiest countries to stay in. And anyone who can Google knows that Finland has the highest suicide rate. 2 years back, the presidential palace in Sri Lanka was raided thanks to corruption by Rajapaksa, who was hounded out. And VDEM just a few months ahead of that had said that Sri Lanka is one of the best places to live in. So VDEM has zero credibility, be that as it may. I will address the elephant in the room. First and foremost, kya democracy khatre mein hai? The date was 27 February 2002. Gujarat riots. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hounded, maligned, attacked, selectively targeted for the longest time. I say he was guillotined by a left-leaning cabal. And it was in June 2022 that the Supreme Court gave him an unconditional clean chit saying there was no criminal conspiracy by Narendra Modi. And yet he's hounded. Democracy kya 20 saal tak khatre mein nahi thi? The date was 26 November 2005. Sohrabuddin Sheikh was killed. Amit Shah was maligned, hounded, attacked. He was given a clean chit by the Bombay High Court in 2016, but Harsh Mandir went and appealed against it. Finally, Supreme Court gave an unconditional clean chit to Amit Shah in this particular case in 2018. It took 13 years for Amit Shah to finally get relief. He never said Loktantra khatre mein hai, Samvidhan khatre mein hai, democracy khatre mein hai. And last but not the least, 6 December 1992, the Babri Masjid demolition. It was in 2020 that the Supreme Court gave a clean chit to Murli Manohar Joshi, Uma Bharti, Lal Krishna Advani, and the no more ex-former Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Kalyan Singh. I don't think I ever saw Uma Bharti or L.K. Advani saying democracy khatre mein hai. So those people, जो आज democracy के सूरमा बनकर democracy की दुहाई देते हैं, you first look into your own गिरेबान, do some introspection. Now, very quickly, has the ED been draconian and selective? I'm also writing an exhaustive piece on this, which should, ideally be published tomorrow. I say this: if it is a Rahul Shiv Shankar or a Shekhar Iyer, a Sanju Verma, Anand Ranganathan, Akashdeep Puni or a Tehseen Poonawalla, pehle 3 saman tak, the ED bears with you. After the 3rd summon, if you don't comply, if you don't present yourself for interrogation, the ED under section 17, 18, 19 has suo motu powers for search, seizure and arrest, because under section 45 of the PMLA, when you are accused of money laundering, that becomes automatically a non-bailable, cognizable offense. So jo ye kehte hain ki ED is being draconian, aapko yaad dila दूं that the ED actually has been very generous and gave a long rope to Arvind Kejriwal. He was arrested after the court refused to stay Kejriwal's arrest, after the court refused to quash summons against Kejriwal, and after Arvind Kejriwal brazened it out by refusing to comply with 9 summons from the ED. Now, the third and most important point, was there even a liquor scam? Because if you look at the Aam Aadmi Party and its empathizers and acolytes, they say scam to hai nahi. There is no money trail. To them, I will just say, go back and read the October 2023 judgment of Justice Sanjeev Khanna and S.V.N. Bhatti, where they clearly said that a money trail, albeit tentatively, of rupees 338 crore has been established. And why was K. Kavita not given relief by the Supreme Court? Because there has been a 100 crore quid pro quo where she gave a bribe of 100 crore to Arvind Kejriwal and company, 30 seconds, via Vijay Nair, in lieu of which K. Kavita invested 65% in Samir Mahendru's Indospirit. 32.5% via her confidant Arun Ramchandra Pillai, who has now started singing like a canary and deposed against her.
Okay.
And another 32.5% via her other confidant Prem Rahul. So, where there is a money trail, it does not necessarily have to be in cash. You are investing in a company because you have bribed XYZ and you're being gratified in lieu of that. So, has there been a money trail? Yes. Have there been proceeds of crime? Yes. Is there a mala fide intent? Yes. Was the ED being draconian? No. Did the court give relief to Sisodia, Satinder Jain, Sanjay Singh and Kejriwal? No. Scam hua tha? Ji haan.
Okay.
CAG ki report कहती है there was a scam of over 2,000 crore and the CAG is not a handmaiden of Narendra Modi. It is a constitutional body. Under Chapter 5 of the Constitution, it is independent.
Okay. Viewers, you've heard Sanju Verma's defense. Technical arguments there. Strong ones, you could argue. I want to bring in Dr. Ranganathan, but just before that, Tehseen Poonawalla, because this was a political exposition by Sanju Verma in defense of her government. Tehseen Poonawalla, look, you speak usually for the Congress party.
Yes.
That hasn't in the past spoken for Mr. Kejriwal in connection with this particular liquor excise policy alleged scam.
That's true.
So let me put that on record.
Absolutely.
There must be full disclosure. Your great friend Mr. Markan and others from your party have actually called for his arrest. Even Mr. Dikshit has said he should be arrested, and of course I can play out all those sound bites. So why is the Congress today throwing its weight behind Mr. Kejriwal and also echoing this tyranny charge? And do you have the legs to rebut each one of these points?
Yes. Thank you, Rahul. At the onset, a very, very happy Holi to each and every one of you, to your viewers, to your family, Rahul, and to everybody.
Thank you.
And it's terrible that an elected Chief Minister of Delhi is in jail on charges that, in the words of Raju ji, who represented ED in court, says we have no money trail, we still have to establish a money trail. This after over a year, Manish Sisodia has been in jail and Sanjay Singh continues to languish in jail for 4 months. Here are the facts of the case on why Liquorgate and Arvind Kejriwal's arrest is absolutely not just draconian, it should make all of us pause and think. There's a gentleman called P. Sarath Chandra Reddy. P. Sarath Chandra Reddy is the director of a company called Aurobindo Pharma. It's a family firm that formed it in 1986. 89 it starts production. It then goes on to become a public listed company, but most of the directors are from his family. The ED says P. Sarath Chandra Reddy is the kingpin of this whole Liquorgate scam. He's a Hawala operator and it arrests him on 10th of November. On 15th of November, P. Sarath Chandra Reddy's company, in which he's the director of Aurobindo Pharma, gives 5 crore rupees to the BJP, which the BJP encashes on 21st of November. And then, lo behold, P. Sarath Chandra Reddy from an accused becomes an approver. For your viewers, a witness. A witness who ED does not oppose, allows him to become a witness, an approver, and he names the Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal. As I said in my opening remarks, Raju says no money trail. Now what Sanju ji said is there's a 300 crore money trail, as the Honorable Supreme Court Chief Justice said no. In ED, you will not get bail because of the twin conditions that you are guilty until you prove yourself innocence, and in a bail hearing you don't go into the facts of the matter. So anything that ED comes out and says, they will say that we have a 300 crore money trail, they'll say you have a 100 crore money trail, you say Karti Chidambaram has a tennis court in Spain. You have to believe it's true until you can prove it's not true, but you can never prove. Now out of the 10,000 odd cases, yes, 10 or 12 cases have got bail, but as a rule you generally don't get bail of the 9,900 cases. Now may I please make a third and a very important point. Why were 9 summons skipped by the Honorable Chief Minister of Delhi? Because Rahul, all of us sitting on this panel, if we are summoned by any agency, it is our fundamental right to know whether we are summoned as an accused, an approver, a witness, or just to give a statement in some other thing. Article 20 of the Indian Constitution says it's a fundamental right. It's not a legal right, Rahul. It's a fundamental right not to indict oneself. You have a right to know why you've been summoned. This is even if a small police station summons you, Rahul, or summons me, and I know you've been hounded by people who I support. I know this, and I stand up for your freedom. You have a right to know why you've been summoned. This is not happening to a chief minister. This is where we all have to pause and think. The same ED, which calls itself a professional agency, for Chhagan Bhujbal says, look, we lost his file, and it shuts the case. The same Himanta Biswa Sharma against whom BJP removes a white paper, today becomes an approver because he's the chief minister in BJP. This is not a level playing field. ED must also remember that times will change. And these officers must owe their
Let's
loyalty
not
to
go
the
there.
constitution of the country.
Let's not.